Hello, Bart with the Bicycle Rider YouTube, and today we're going to talk about a really cool bike, a very sought after bike, a very user-friendly bike, a very rideable bike, and this is the Specialized Roll. This is the Specialized Roll low entry, and that means that you don't have to lift your leg up very hard to get onto this bike, which has a couple cool options. One, if you haven't ridden a bike for a little bit, you don't have to worry about, trying to get your leg over a bar that could be, hard to get over. Or if you had to eject real quick, you can, you can let go of this bike and get off very quickly. It also does enable you, a bike like this has a very sturdy frame, a lot of utilitarian characteristics, so you can put a rack on this bike. And sometimes if you have a rack on a bike, it does make it hard to get your leg over that rack, where, a step-through model is just so user-friendly. Back in the day, they would call them men's bikes and women's bikes. Nowadays, we actually have more men asking for the low entry than we do women. So it's not a gender-specific frame anymore. It's more about the characteristics of the rider and what they want to do with the bike. So if you've done any research on the Specialized Roll, it's one of these bikes that has definitely made its own niche, its own category. And one of the reasons is it's just so ergonomically friendly. This bike has the Specialized Cup saddle, which has kind of really revolutionized the saddle. It used to be you'd have a lot of thick padding to make a saddle comfortable. That padding ends up, kind of touching your soft tissues in the wrong spots, creates heats, creates chafing. So, Specialized was smart enough to get some, people who knew the physics of the posterior of the butt, basically, and made a quality saddle. It cups your butt, it feels good, and it just it instantly makes you comfortable. So this is a saddle that you can sit on. It's not a performance saddle that you can roll your butt over. I do ride my Specialized Roll pretty hard, so I love taking a corner with it. So this is it's a really good saddle. It's called the Cup. This bike actually has a bit of a suspension seat post. So not only does it have a Cup saddle, it has a seat post that actually will soak up a lot of the vibration and bumps that you get on the road if you hit a pothole or something like that. And this bike is ultra comfortable. Not only does it have a comfortable seat, suspension seat post, but it has some tires. I don't want to call them monstrous tires, but a very ergonomic tire that really does soak up a lot of vibration and give you a big footprint, a big traction. I've got a caliper here. They used a 27.5 inch rim, not a 26, not a 29, just 27.5 inch. So it gives you, a good circumference. But what they have really done is made a tire that is wide enough in inches. It's almost 2.3 inches wide, which really gives you a lot of traction, gives you a footprint for braking surface. And along with width also comes depth. So you have a tire that is almost 2.3 inches deep. That means you can really get the air pressure low in this tire and still keep a lot of forward movement as far as efficiency. So it gives you a high air volume tire. I'm not talking about high air pressure. I'm not talking about high air volume. It actually has a valve stem here, automatic valve stem. If it's green, you've got over 23 pounds of pressure in the tire. So that means you can run this tire down to 23 pounds. It's also designed to be pumped up to 50 pounds. So if you want to get some speed and performance out of this tire, you can make it rock hard and really fly. I do that on my bike, but I'm finding that I'm lower and lower in the air pressure in it to take advantage of the comfort that this tire gives you. And in the past, they would, a lot of hybrids would have a suspension fork on it. The suspension fork, can cause issues over time. It can corrode if you don't take care of it. I think they've done away with a lot of that. One, to save weight, and two, simplicity, and make the suspension come from the tire and the seat. The A1 aluminum frame is just an awesome material. They've used a really nice material for the frame, so it keeps things light. Even this bike looks big and heavy and cumbersome. It is actually not. We have a scale here, so I'm going to go ahead and put the put the Specialized Roll Elite on the scale and just tell you what it weighs in real life. And of course, you know, weight isn't the, like on a lot of racing bikes, you don't worry about weight so much on a cruiser, but just, you know, so people know what this bike weighs. I'm going to say this bike weighs a very respectable 31 pounds. You know, a beach cruiser you get from a big box store or something, add 10 pounds of that, so you're talking 40 something pounds. This is a light bike for everything you get. And when I say ergonomic, they have made this bike just so comfortable. You ride with a straight back. Your hand grips have a nice place to sit and not get your ulnar nerve. You know, they just made a high-rise handlebars. It's a great bike, easy to use. On this model, they make this model bike in many models. You can get them, you know, $535 to $900 or plus. So it's one of those good bikes in a very wide range of prices. Now this is the upgraded model with a you know, a Sarah 9-speed, so it does have plenty of gears on it. It also has hydraulic disc brakes. So this is one of the upgraded. This is the Elite version. This is the $900 version, but it is really cool. But you can basically get this bike in a, you know, $550 version as well. Just, you know, minus a couple of the creature comforts. Fantastic bike. Basically, the step through is the key to this bike. I love it. Most people love it. It's very hard to get your hands on this bike right now. So, you know, just as here on the Bicycle Rider, we ask you to subscribe to our channel, to help us rank with YouTube so we can bring content like this. And this is really one of the bikes that we focus on is something that's user-friendly, affordable, and just rides awesome to let people, you know, explore cycling and get their fitness. So if you're looking for a bike to put in your garage that you can let, you know, a family member use to get into cycling that they want to be comfortable on, this is a fantastic bike for multiple purposes. I am a heavy enthusiast into cycling, and I ride one of these things back and forth to work. So just know the Specialized Roll Step Through is a very cool bike that's ergonomic for the masses. All right, well, thank you.